all familiar with the parable of the prodigal son. At least, we're all familiar with one part of it. We all remember how the younger brother in the parable demanded to receive his inheritance before his father died. And then he went off and squandered that inheritance on sinful living. And when he had nothing left, he humbly came back to his father's house. And instead of being punished for his selfishness, he was welcomed with a celebration. That's what we remember about this parable. We all agree it's a good story. But is this parable really meant for everyone? Isn't it just meant for really big sinners who've done really terrible things? This can't be a parable meant just for really big sinners who do really terrible things, because Jesus told this parable to the Pharisees. And the Pharisees were the most faithful and religious people in ancient Israel. The very word Pharisee means separate, in the sense of set apart, superior to the others. The Pharisees were the good guys, the most perfect Jews. So why would Jesus tell them the parable about the prodigal son, about someone who was so far from being perfect? There are a lot of reasons, and some of them have an important, refreshing, inspiring message for us. This retreat guide, Father of Mercies, a Lenten retreat guide on the parable of the prodigal son, will explore that message. The first meditation will focus on the hidden hero of this parable, the father who shows mercy to both of his sons. The second meditation will look at the relationship between God's mercy and Christian joy. And the conference will look at some practical things we can all do to live and spread that joy more fully. Let's begin by turning our attention to God, who's already paying attention to us, and asking Him to bless this time we'll spend together for the glory of His name and the good of our souls.